Analyzing and critically evaluating ideas is a skill that can be taught and is often a central goal in higher level courses. To develop this skill, students must do more than recall information but also translate it, critique conclusions, and offer new arguments. Teaching students to develop these skills includes opportunities for students to create original work by translating information instead of simply recalling it. For instance, in a biology class, students could create a guide for newcomers to your area about native animal or plant pests. Doing this requires that they list the native animals, but also to decide what is important to know and what isn't. In a microeconomics class, students could present rationales for buying versus renting a home in a particular city. Again, this requires that they not only know the basic issues, but also interpret them in light of the economics of a particular location. Another strategy is to present students with opposing ideas or explanations and have them choose which seems most plausible and the evidence for why they made the choice. So in a government class, students could evaluate competing proposals to revitalize communities and reach a well-defended position on which is better. You can also get students thinking about questions in your discipline by organizing your course around provocative questions. Is the earth a living organism that adapts to what we humans do to it, or are we killing it? Does what happens to you in childhood set the course for your life, or can people change? As you explore the content of the course, students are directed to these bigger questions and are given opportunities to answer the questions in light of what they are learning. It is important to tailor your assignments to the kind of critical thinking required in the field of study you are teaching. In an engineering course, for instance, the emphasis might be on problem solving, while in a journalism course you might push students to evaluate arguments being made by others. Whatever your discipline and whichever approach you take, students can find the ambiguity difficult. They're used to coming up with the one right answer to questions in courses rather than understanding that many ideas have multiple solutions or points of view. Remind them that you are intentionally asking them to use course content to evaluate ideas, and there is not necessarily one right solution. It is this ability to analyze and critique ideas that is an important skill in your discipline. Progress on this objective also helps develop deeper understanding of oneself and the world. By encouraging our students to adopt a critical approach to consuming information, we prepare them not only to engage in scholarly conversation and debate in our disciplines, but also to be engaged citizens in a democratic society. Get more ideas for teaching this learning objective on our website by exploring the teaching methods that are highly related to achievement on this objective.